Neo Kiz.
Hey guys, Mr. Neo Kiz here. Welcome back to the channel. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the love languages of dance. If this is your first time hearing about the concept of love languages, this was originally an idea called the 5 love languages, and that was created by Dr. Gary Chapman. I believe his original book was the 5 love languages, and then that one got span off to all kinds of different types for men, women, children, etc., yeah. And my good friend Laura Riva, who is a very intelligent and eloquent woman and is a good friend of mine. Her name might sound familiar if you listen to my podcast, the Dance Your Heart on Fire podcast, and she's been the guest that's been on my podcast the most. So if you want to listen to her episodes, I'll link those in the description. And basically she wrote this blog called The Love Languages of Dance, where she kind of took that idea of the 5 love languages and span off into this, and she came with her own dance love languages. I wanted to create a video about it to talk about it and help spread the idea, and I think it's a really cool idea, and the idea should definitely get out there. It definitely helps increase self-awareness in dance, as does the original 5 love languages by Dr. Gary Chapman. I did a podcast on that, and I'll also be doing a video on that as well. So if it's out, you'll see it on the screen now, and it'll also be in the description of this video. So the 6 love languages of dance that Laura includes in her blog are energy, playfulness, deep connection, challenge, expression, and creativity. I think these are all really, really awesome in their own right, and we're going to be talking about them really quick in their own elements. So let's get started. And right before we get into each individual element, like I said, the whole idea of this is self-awareness and also empathy, so you can also connect to your partners better. So it's important to figure out what resonates with you. There might be 1 or 2 that you feel like resonate with you more than the others, and it all depends on the style of dance that you're dancing to, the music that you're dancing to, the way that you feel with your partner, and even just your overall particular mood that particular day. So keep that in mind as well. These aren't designed to be boxes to confine you and you can't get out. It can definitely be an ebb and flow type of deal when you're analyzing yourself and what you like. And as you are analyzing yourself, you can also say, okay, this is what I resonate with. What is my partner feeling in this particular moment? And what can you create in that particular moment that you guys are dancing together? So it's really a adaptive dance, yeah, to figure out your personal feelings and the feelings of your person that you're dancing with and the music, and what can you create together in that particular time, yeah? So first love language of dance is going to be energy. What these dancers crave is going to be exhilaration, and their least favorite dancers are going to be the dancers that don't dance full out. These are definitely the dancers that don't mind sweating on the dance floor. They don't mind dancing full out and really expressing, and this doesn't necessarily mean complexity in their dance, but definitely invigoration in the way that they are dancing to the music. And one cool thing that Laura mentioned in her blog is that their perfect dance might leave them feeling a little drained from everything that they put into that particular song, yeah? Just as a caveat, remember when you're dancing all out, all execution, be sure to use floor craft, be sure to keep your partner and yourself safe. It's definitely one thing if you're dancing all out and you're bumping into people, or there's an elbow or a hand or something that ends up hitting somebody else or hitting your partner. So do take that in mind. All right, the second dance love language is going to be playfulness, and what these dancers crave is fun, and their least favorite dancers are going to be the people that don't smile. These people definitely want to get out and explore and create. They're not looking for perfection. They're not looking for sensuality or challenge. They want to be playful, and they want to feel teamwork with the experimentation of what they have going on in the particular dance. And they definitely don't mind laughing during the dance at all. And I would definitely say this is one of the love languages that resonates with me. I love being playfully creative and musical on the dance floor, so this is one of my favorites. The next love language is going to be deep connection. What these dancers crave is perfect synchronicity, and their least favorite dancers are dancers who put creativity and experimentation over the perfect connection. Deep connection dancers want to shut out the rest of the world and just become one with their partners. They don't really care what they see while they're dancing. They want to just be in the moment and be in sync with their partner. So with these dancers, what they feel means everything. They'd rather keep things nice and simple and in perfect synchronicity with their partner throughout the whole song versus doing too many things, and then they can end up losing the connection that they have on the dance floor. So the perfect dance with these deep connection dancers will be where not one moment is out of sync with their partner. So again, very little about what they're seeing, where they're moving. They want to feel in sync with their partners. And I definitely can recall some friends in the dance scene that definitely like these moments as well. Douceur is the thing that we have going on in Urban Kiz. Tango could be an element of this as well, since it's very, very close. And sometimes you see the eyes are closed. And in the fusion scene, there's like micro, where you just have very small movements and you just kind of exploring with your partner this way. But again, not super flashy, all about the connections, all about the feels. And I know that appeals to a lot of people as well. And if you're enjoying this video, nerding out on self-awareness in dance, then definitely consider subscribing to my channel. I'm going to be putting out weekly videos going through creativity, self-awareness, musicality, anatomy, all kinds of things that we'll nerd out on in dance. And so definitely smack that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. All right, the next dance love language is going to be challenge. What these dancers crave is being pushed, and their least favorite dance partners are going to be the ones that don't try new things out of the fear of failure. These dancers definitely want to be pushing the envelope, and they might prefer more challenging or trick-like moves while they are dancing. Leads may enjoy seeing if they can get the most out of their follows, and the follows in this category might like doing things that they may never seen before for the sake of experimentation. And like I mentioned in the energy love language, you definitely want to be careful and read your partner and not tend to overdo things for the sake of injuring another person or injuring yourself. So keep that in mind as well. But that's definitely not going to stop these dancers from seeing how many turns they can execute in one song, and maybe even trying multiple times in one song. Yeah, they definitely want to just challenge themselves and see what are the limits of what they're able to accomplish in a particular solo dance. And remember, the connection that you have with your partner and the space that you have around you are super, super important in order to be safe on the dance floor. The second to last dance love language is going to be expression. What these dancers crave is perfect expression of the musical feeling, and their least favorite partners are going to be the dancers who dance the same way regardless of the music. The perfect dance for these expression dancers are going to be the one where it expresses and captures the spirit of the song and the atmosphere to perfection. They want to feel the emotion, the texture, the contrast, the highs and the lows, the little intricacies and accents throughout the songs. They want to be able to indulge in all of those. So these dancers definitely love the dancers that can switch up their styles based on the particular music that's playing. And a saying that I like to say is you're definitely floating on the same stream of musical consciousness with these dancers to perfect and express the music in that way. The last dance love languages is going to be creativity. And what these dancers crave is lots of creative exploration in the dance. And their least favorite dancers are going to be the ones that only do the moves that they learned in dance. And this one definitely resonates with me as well. And I'm always exploring new ways to kind of see, well, if I went this way on this side, what happens if I go in this particular move on the opposite side, or up or down or around instead of keeping it flat. So many different variables to create on the dance floor. I would say this is probably my strongest one for sure, because it's just amazing to see creativity across all kinds of different things and exploring new avenues that you were essentially dancing past before, that you took the time to kind of like go down that particular rabbit hole, you know? And these dancers prefer to go down the path less traveled versus traveling down safer paths that everybody else uses. So there you have it. These 6 love languages of dance. I think it's a really cool idea for building self-awareness in yourself to figure out what fulfills your dance spirit on the dance floor and to seek that out so you can continue to push past the difficulties and the training and the practicing and maybe spicing up the mundane every now and then for these dancers. I feel like that's really, really important. And one concept in the love languages from the romantic side with Dr. Carey Chapman, he talks about love tanks. And let's say your particular love language is physical touch and you get a lot of loving touch, so that fills up your love tank. So your love tank is either full or overflowing. So I feel that same concept can be applied to the dance love languages. If your dance love language is creativity and you seek out or create opportunities to indulge in that love language, maybe it's not in a class, maybe it's not at a social, but maybe you have a practice partner or something like that, and you do that once a week, once a month, or just have that there versus not having it at all, it can definitely keep your love tanks full to keep you in the dance scene and to make sure that you're around for a longer period of time so you can keep progressing, yeah? So I feel like self-awareness is super important for this as well. But just like you are seeking out your love tanks, and again, this is partner dancing, so we're dancing with another partner, and I feel like it's an awesome theme of empathy as well. So you just don't show up only thinking about yourself, you're also thinking about your dance partner. Okay, well, my top love language is creativity, but for this person, it is deep connection. So how can I compromise and meet my partner halfway, if you will, to this particular song and maybe come out with a dance where we're both getting some deposits into our tanks, if you will, yes? So I think it's really cool to come at it with that perspective in the dance to really build self-awareness and build that empathy. And yes, I know it's 2020. I know we're not exactly dancing and having socials and festivals like we used to, but I know a lot of you guys are in pods or dancing with partners and things like that, or even for yourself. Like, I think it's important to like know those things, so when we do get back to dancing, you know what to seek for to kind of fulfill that love tank in a meaningful way. So I'm curious, what are your love languages? Do you feel like all the love languages were represented in this dance? Is there one that you feel that should be added to the list? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.